Hello, everyone. My name is Brooke Ramsey, and I lead our e-commerce marketing solutions team at Facebook. I wanted to start by welcoming you all and saying a huge thank you to everyone for tuning in. It's great to have you with us. I also have Brian Morton here with me today, who is a product marketing manager here at Facebook. Thanks so much for joining us, Brian.
Thanks, Brooke. Happy to be here.
We are excited to speak to you about some key tools and strategies we've introduced to help e-commerce businesses drive growth. And here is our agenda for today's session. We'll start by diving into machine learning and how the shift to more automated solutions across Facebook's ad platform benefits your business. Brian will then take you through the Power of 5, specific ad solutions that you can adopt to help drive online sales performance. We'll then share next steps that you can take with your account managers to start implementing what you learn here today. And finally, we'll take questions from today's participants. Please feel free to enter your questions in the comments box throughout the session, and we'll get to as many as we can in the Q&A time. So let's jump right in. Machine learning can seem just like a tech buzzword these days, but what is it, and why does machine learning actually matter for your business? To understand how machine learning impacts your advertising, it may help to understand first why the move to machine learning is happening. Over the past several years, I've had the privilege of working with a number of e-commerce businesses who've used Facebook as a platform for growth. Like many of you, these companies have spent significant time learning Facebook ad solutions and optimizing campaigns manually to hit performance targets. So quick show of hands, raise your hand if you believe that hyper-segmentation and manual optimizations are keys to beating the auction. So I can't see you, but I imagine there's several hands raised. Keep them up if you believe that you're able to maintain the same pace of growth with the same resources that you have today. Again, while I can't see most of you, I imagine that many hands went down. While granular segmentation and complicated campaign structures may have worked for you in the past, today's realities actually call for a shift in strategy. As consumers move beyond Facebook to Instagram and WhatsApp, and users across all platforms grow, it will be critical to have a diversified strategy across multiple platforms and audiences to stay competitive. And without some form of automation, you could imagine that this would be very human resource draining. So this is why you may have heard your Facebook representative shed light on why our solutions are shifting to more of a machine learning approach. We combine data and signals from our platform along with the insights that you share about your customers in order to make predictions for desired actions. For many companies, machine learning helps to process large amounts of data to make informed predictions on answers to critical questions. It's used across industries in ways you may not even realize. For example, in finance, machine learning can help determine if a credit card is being used fraudulently based on recent charges. In medicine, it can be used to help doctors diagnose diseases from lab results and recorded symptoms. And maybe even a little closer to home, in your inbox, machine learning can analyze the subject and content of email to determine if it's spam. On our platforms, machine learning helps us to determine what audience is most likely to take your desired action. In advertising across Facebook platforms, we ask this question every day. Actually, we ask it billions of times per second. Machine learning helps us to deliver the right message to the right user at the right time, helping to maximize conversions and drive ROI. To do this, we ask questions such as, what devices work best for your message? On which platforms? Which placements work best? And how should we allocate your budget? The way we make these determinations is through signals. So, what are signals? Signals are indications to help you understand your customer's journey and include things like check-ins, purchase history, profile information, or interests. As you can see, there are a number of solutions we offer to leverage these specific signals, whether your customer is online, in-app, or offline. The best marketers today are combining their deep customer knowledge with our platform's ability to utilize signals to customize the right content to the right people. So how does this all come together? When you combine what you know about your customers with our machine learning algorithms, you can reach the right people on our platform who can help you reach your goals. As people take different actions on and off Facebook, it creates intent signals that help us ensure we show them the right content. And we do this for both organic and paid content. When you tell us who you want to reach, machine learning will leverage all of this data and get smarter about showing people the right products and right offers. We can start to make predictions about which groups of people will respond to which types of products. So now that we've introduced you to the benefits of machine learning, I'm now going to pass it over to Brian, who will introduce you to the Power 5, a set of ad tactics to help you opt into the power of machine learning.
Thanks, Brooke. So now we want to talk to you about how you can rewrite your marketing playbook for online sales excellence. As Brooke has mentioned, the days of manually hacking to success are no more. The top performance advertisers in the world are now leveraging a specific set of automated ad tactics to unlock new phases for growth. We call these tactics the Power 5, and when used together, they have the ability to transform your ad performance and scale across the Facebook family of apps faster than ever before. Without further ado, these are the Power 5. Account simplification, campaign budget optimization, automatic placements, advanced matching, and dynamic ads. Before we get into the Power 5 specifics, I want you to think about how many hours a week your marketing team spends making small and minor tweaks to your account and poring over data to find out what's working. 5, 10, maybe more? How often is your team tasked with answering binary questions that contain if this, then that scenarios? What if your team could get back time to focus on bigger opportunities that will drive more impact? Things like expanding into new markets or launching a new creative campaign. The Power 5 are game changers, not only because they yield better results for your advertising, they also give your team time back to focus on crucial plays that demand you, and not a machine. So let's get into it. The first of our Power 5 plays is account simplification. When we talk about simplifying your ad account, what do we actually mean? If you're struggling to scale while achieving your key objectives, or you find yourself targeting the same audience within multiple ad sets, you should assess whether or not your account is operating at full scale and returning predictable value. The first thing is that you want to make sure you're minimizing duplication or overlapping audiences. If you aren't, this leads to a lot of competing ad sets targeting the same people at the same time. There are some ways to check on your end, but don't hesitate to ask your Facebook marketing team for help. What can be happening is that you're preventing yourself from winning more impressions than you should in the auction. Advertisers often do this to get a lot of insights all at once. However, when doing so, you are inevitably getting some data, but that data is being spread out and isn't very actionable or statistically significant. If you can take your collective budget you currently have behind many ad sets and consolidate behind fewer ad sets, your current budget can reach further and optimize faster. Let our system stagger out your testing so that each ad set you're looking at, whether isolating creative or targeting parameters, is producing the right data and a lot of it fast. This expedites insight into what campaign variables are generating greater value for your business and scale against those principles. It's important to return back to the basics and make sure you're cleaning up where it makes sense. Doing so can unclog delivery without having to tinker and toy with budgets or other controls. Take a look at this case study from Smallwoods. Based in Longview, Texas, Smallwoods offers a variety of home decor and textile products, including frame signs and wall scrolls with inspiring messages and custom photos printed on wood. Smallwoods wanted to increase sales at an efficient price and reach its stretch revenue goal in 2018. Smallwoods created an ad campaign designed to find new customers and encourage them to purchase. The home decor retailer simplified its ad account structure by reducing the number of ad sets, and with this, Smallwoods' Black Friday and holiday campaign netted these results: a 4.5x return on ad spend, a 23x increase in revenue from Facebook compared to the previous year, a 27x increase in purchases compared to the previous year, and 17% higher revenue than their goal for 2018. So again, we're talking about simplifying and consolidating, from creating many campaigns with many ad sets to less campaigns to avoid that potential audience overlap. If you have any questions on whether or not your account needs simplification, please reach out to your Facebook marketing team and they can help guide you through this process and provide you a document walking you through next steps. Now on to campaign budget optimization. With campaign budget optimization, our machine automatically distributes ad spend to the top performing ad sets in real time. Historically, advertisers managed their budgets at the ad set level, which meant frequently going into Ads Manager to evaluate performance, then optimizing and reallocating budgets again and again. This is that if this, then that scenario we discussed earlier. Not only was this time consuming, it's also an ineffective way to be managing your campaign budgets. We rolled out campaign budget optimization to resolve this inefficiency. You can now take whatever budget you set for any and all ad sets and aggregate those budgets at the campaign level. By doing so, our delivery system will constantly evaluate the marginal value. Where should the next dollar go to ensure your budget is being spent as efficiently as possible? How can we maximize the outcomes for your ad campaigns? What campaign budget optimization does is automate budget allocation across your ad sets so you don't have to. The result? Greater aggregated performance at the campaign level. So when you do that, you can expect improved ROI, your ads aren't thrown back into the learning phase, and you save valuable time and account management across your teams. Here's an example of a business that has seen success through campaign budget optimization. Courtney Jean was founded in 2014 with a mission to create a swimsuit for every person to feel comfortable and confident in. Courtney Jean wanted to increase swimsuit sales during the typically slower off-season and quickly capture the attention of new and interested customers. They consolidated audiences and took advantage of automated features such as Facebook's campaign budget optimization. With this, the February 2019 flash sale campaign resulted in one of the best sales months for Courtney Jean's history, seeing a 22x return on ad spend, over 1,000 purchases, and 57% higher revenue in February 2019 compared to the same month in 2018. Let's move on to automatic placements. Automatic placements allow you to dynamically show your ads across the placements where they're likely to perform the best. While we show a handful here, there are actually 14 placements that exist across the Facebook family of apps. With tools like placement asset customization, you can ensure your ads display uniquely and drive greater ROI across all of our 14 placements. Automatic placements enable us to quickly determine where your ads should be delivered, to give you the best yield at the lowest overall cost. It's a money saver, and that's one obvious benefit. But another benefit is that automatic placements is also a time saver. No longer do you have to manually select placements for every ad set, or campaign that you run. No longer do you have to continuously monitor and optimize placements after you begin running your ads, depending on which placement is performing best at that time. Our machine now takes care of all of that work for you. Better performance, greater scale, time saved, and the ability to extend your reach across all of our 14 placements. We commissioned an internal macro study in partnership with our marketing sciences team to better understand the effects of automatic placements. With that study, we witnessed that when clients leverage automatic placements, they began to see better results such as higher lift, lower CPAs, and increased reach. To prove this, we tested one placement in comparison to automatic placements again and again. And again, we found that automatic placements leads to a 2x lift in your desired outcome, a 71 decrease in cost per conversions, and a 7% increase in reach. And it's worth mentioning that automatic placements combined with campaign budget optimization work exceptionally well together. Let's move on to advanced matching. No one knows your customer better than you do. At Facebook, we make it possible to use what you know about your customers to help maximize the performance of your campaigns through advanced matching. With advanced matching, you'll better inform your campaigns on who your customers are so that you find them and those just like them on Facebook. We found when advertisers use advanced matching, this provides Facebook with another clue to better understand what audiences take action in response to any given ad campaign. Sometimes we don't have enough information to match a given event with a Facebook user, and the identity matching process fails and breaks down. This situation is becoming increasingly common because of industry changes like intelligent tracking prevention, or you might hear within the industry shortened to ITP, which blocks Facebook's ability to determine users' identity using third-party cookie. But when advertisers use advanced matching to send hashed customer data, including customer name, email address, phone number, and more, to Facebook along with your pixel events, it gives Facebook another powerful clue to make that matching happen. Better matching equals better outcomes for advertisers. When Facebook is better able to understand which users took actions in response to a given ad campaign, this means better outcomes for you. After implementing advanced matching, advertisers have more matched pixel events, allowing you to build larger website custom audiences. And many advertisers see more attributed conversions in Facebook's reporting tools, because Facebook can identify now more people who converted in response to your ad campaign. Your conversion-optimized campaigns can also become more efficient and effective, including lower average cost per conversions, because Facebook knows more about the types of people who are likely to convert. We highly recommend that any advertiser who has placed the Facebook pixel on their website consider enabling advanced matching. Automatic advanced matching is also great, a simple way to get started with no engineering support required to activate. It's just a simple toggle within your pixel settings to activate. Automatic advanced matching will work only on pages, though, with a form that a person fills in, much like you see here within this slide, such as a checkout screen with a name and address field. For further information on how to take advantage of advanced matching, please reach out to your Facebook team to learn more. Last, but certainly not least, dynamic ads. With dynamic ads, you can reach people interested in your products. When people visit your site or mobile app, they can take action, such as browse a product or category or place an item in their shopping cart. With this, they're expressing an explicit interest in your product. You can leverage this intent and also the intent they have shown in other places around the web and serve people ads with products they're interested in. According to your real-time inventory, this can be then surfaced across Facebook, Instagram, Audience Network, and now Marketplace, regardless of their original touchpoint with your business and your products. By selecting broad audiences, you can extend your reach beyond recent purchasers and website visitors to people who may not have visited your site or app in a while, and reach them with relevant products they're likely interested in, based on interest they've shown on your site, app, or other places across the web. Say within this example, you're selling beach hats. We're able to predict people to buy a summer hat based upon a variety of insights. People who liked, commented, or shared on posts containing summer hats. People who've clicked on a summer hat ad in the past. People whose browsing behavior across multiple sites selling summer hats. People who've previously and recently purchased complementary garments that lead to the purchase of summer hats. These are just to name a few of the litany of signals we have to determine intent for the products of the inventory you carry as a business. Based on this activity, we find people in the market for your products out of a really broad audience and deliver value. And for your business, the benefit is that you're no longer having to manually create new ads for each individual product. Once you upload your product catalog to Facebook, our machine takes care of the rest. This leads to greater scale and stronger ROI, all while delivering a personalized experience. That's because you're dynamically choosing to show the right products to the right people based on the intent they've expressed for a specific item or product on your website, in your app, across our Facebook family of apps, and or across the web. And that's the Power 5. The Power 5 work well on their own, but supercharge account performance when all run together. So what's next? We have a number of resources available to you, starting out with the Power 5 page that is available on the Facebook for Business site. You will receive an email with this URL after this webinar. We also encourage you to spend some time with your account manager to go through the scorecard to see where you're at with the Power 5 and where there's room to drive stronger performance and growth with your campaigns. If you are lost on how to get started with technical implementations, we have trusted partners who are able to help fast. Because of the importance of these signals for your business, Facebook created a new partner program called Facebook Marketing Consultants, which brings the technical resources directly to you by pairing you with vetted partners whose expertise lies in improving ad performance and efficiency. Through the Facebook Marketing Consultants program, partners offer a one-time engagement or project-based model with a flat price or hourly rate to address your unique business needs. And by partnering with a Facebook marketing consultant, Facebook provides you with an ad coupon directly into your ad account for up to $2,000. We encourage you to speak to your account manager to gain more information on whether a Facebook marketing consultant could be right for you. You can learn more at facebook.com/FMC. Collaborating with a Facebook marketing consultant can help unlock opportunities we talked about throughout this presentation, like dynamic ads and advanced matching, which you now know are critical to returning value and personalizing your ad experiences on Facebook. So we're now going to jump right into some questions. We've had some great questions come through, and we'll do our best to get through as many as possible.
Awesome. Thank you, Brian. Okay, let's start with a question on machine learning. The question is, what should I tell my media agency or campaign manager about Facebook's new machine learning capabilities? They spend a lot of time doing manual planning and budget adjustments. Is this necessary? So this is a great question. We completely understand that businesses working with agencies or media teams may have to have a conversation around ensuring that they are adopting the right solutions to drive results. Manual planning and budget adjustments can take a lot of time. It's great to stay on top of performance and analyze what's working, but these constant edits can actually hinder performance. Each time that you change your budget or edit an ad set, the ad set actually gets reset into the learning phase. And this means that you're spending your money to teach our system about who your best customer is, rather than to optimize and reach your best customers. So by letting your ad sets run for at least a week without adjustments, our algorithm can make it through the learning phase and reach better users that are likely to take your desired action. In the meantime, your campaign manager or agency can spend more time understanding your overarching marketing strategy, building out creative, and staying up to date on best practices to adopt. Okay, so now let's jump into some questions on the Power 5 specifics. Brian, I think this one might be a good one for you. So the question is, by having more ad sets with smaller budgets, I think I can find pockets of efficiency. How will I ensure that I'm reaching my specific target audience that is likely to purchase with such broad and a few audiences?
Yes. Yeah, we've seen this across many of our advertisers and completely agree that initially testing with smaller budgets, you may find low cost conversions and pockets of efficiency. This happens because our system says we have a set budget to garner conversions, and we're able to find low-hanging fruit likely to convert. What happens over time, though, is that pool of people is very small, and you will quickly burn through this audience. Because we are only looking for low-cost conversions, we aren't able to understand their lifetime value. Will they have a higher average order value, or will they be likely to purchase again? This leads to volatile performance and quicker campaign fatigue. To reference what Brooke mentioned, though, in the previous question, if we have the runway to learn what the makeup of a good customer looks like, we'll better educate and direct our delivery system to find those consumers that have a higher likelihood of being loyal and purchase more, which in the long run returns greater lifetime value to your business. Once we have learned the makeup of what a good customer looks like, having broader audiences becomes more efficient because there are more people on any given day likely to convert, and our algorithm has the signals in place to find more customers for you.
Thanks, Brian. So this next question is on campaign budget optimization, or CBO. So the question is, I've tried CBO before and it didn't seem like the budget was going to the best performing ad set. And why is that? Specifically, shouldn't the ad set with the highest ROAS or lowest CPA get more budget? That's a great question. So at a high level, this type of scenario is usually caused by the algorithm knowing something that we don't. It can forecast and estimate how many opportunities are available to show ads from each ad set and how much each opportunity would cost. Since we don't have insight into the other, more expensive opportunities our system avoided, it can sometimes seem like the algorithm is broken when really it's maximizing efficiency. So for example, the top performing ad set might have the lowest cost conversions, but only in small quantities. The system can predict this and allocate budget to another ad set with the next lowest cost conversions. From Ads Manager, it can look like CBO is moving a budget away from a stronger performing ad set, when in reality, the top performing ad set has actually run out of cost efficient conversions. So high intent people. Okay, next question. Let's move on to a question about automatic placements. Brian, I think this would be another good one for you. The question is, I'm not sure if my target audience is on Facebook and have seen better performance on Instagram. If I know where my purchases are coming from, why wouldn't I just select those placements?
Yeah, this is a really common question. For this, we would start by suggesting you try a split test and work with your account manager to do so. You won't know if your audience is active on any of our given 14 placements if we aren't testing against those. So in working with advertisers, we have found new placements arise, such as Instagram or Facebook stories, that they weren't delivering on before, driving a high percentage of delivery with lower cost per incremental conversions. We have also seen certain placements that don't receive as much budget, but when there's an opportunity to reach a potential customer, we drive stronger return on ad spend. Similarly to how we think about campaign budget optimization, there could be small pockets of people on a specific placement, and even if there isn't a majority of the budget going there, we're able to discover new purchasers and reach them where they're likely to purchase. I think at the end of the day, a customer is a customer, and by selecting automatic placements, we can reach people where they're likely to take your desired campaign action.
Great. So on the same topic of automatic placements, the next question is, do I need different ad specs or creative to do automatic placements?
Yeah, that's a really, really great question. And over the years, since we had launched automatic placements and placement optimization, we developed tools that can help advertisers better surface creative across all of our 14 plus placements. So with automatic placements, we'll deliver across as many placements that support any given creative, such as an image or link ad won't run on our in-stream video placement. Beyond that, we'll adjust your creative to fit in various placements that do work together. For example, if you've ever seen a square image in the stories format, that could be a square image ad that is opted into automatic placements, and we're readjusting for different formats. However, many advertisers do prefer their creative to fit in an appropriate aspect ratio, especially with stories. And we have a tool for that too. And you can get all of the benefits of automatic placements with the creative flexibility using placement asset customization. This will allow you to adjust aspect ratio and creative content for these different placements. All you'll need to do is select the edit placement option. From there, you can select all the placements available and achieve the same benefits as automatic placements.
Thanks, Brian. The next question is about dynamic ads. So the question is, how do I have more control over creative? I'm worried my creative won't look good being pulled from my website. So creative is definitely important for finding new customers and engaging them to move through the funnel. So I'm really glad this came up. There are a few ways to bring dynamic ads for broad audiences to life. First, you can use a collection ad format to showcase a video on top and directly link to your catalog at the bottom. This will then open up into a microsite on Facebook where users can discover your products. This format is a great blend between brand building and DR solutions. And we've also seen a lot of success with specific catalog images being more lifestyle focused to show how a user would use your product and make the image pop more in a feed. And lastly, you can use dynamic overlays to call out sales, free shipping, and prices to differentiate your creative. Another question on dynamic ads. The question is, this is way too complicated to set up, and I don't think the value outweighs the time I need to invest to get this up and running. Great question. Many clients benefit from an ability to automatically retarget people who have visited their website with ads about products that they might be interested in, period. That allows you to invest time up front and not worry about creating several ad campaigns with multiple products over and over again. So all you need is Business Manager, a product catalog, and Facebook Pixel. If you do not feel that you have the time to set this up on your own, however, you can choose to work with one of our approved partners, or work with your account manager to help you with step-by-step instructions and resources to set up dynamic ads as quickly as possible. On the partner side, we actually mentioned this at the end of our presentation. Staying on the dynamic ads topic, another question, Brian, I think for you. What if I want to control which products within my website get more exposure than others?
Yeah, so for this one, I would almost challenge, before segmenting your product catalog, you might ask yourself a few questions as to why you're doing so. So do you value certain products over others based upon heavily outweighing costs of returns? Are purchases of a certain product or category a leading indicator of higher lifetime value, or inversely lead to greater returns? Or 3, do you have heavy inventory fluctuations with certain products? If you answered yes to any of these, you might consider segmenting your product catalog by high lifetime value, margin, or other first-party indicators your business uses to determine budget levels behind promoting certain products versus others. To avoid inventory concerns, we recommend updating your catalog as frequently as you're able and leverage the availability column for out-of-stock products. To ensure even greater performance, we recommend providing accurate and up-to-date product titles, descriptions, and so on to best match consumer product intent. If it's not absolutely necessary, it's definitely best to leave your product catalog open to find as many people in market for your products and leveraging the intent ecosystem that we have.
The next question is a really important one, and it's about advanced matching. The question is, you mentioned that for advanced matching, Facebook uses hashed customer data to make the matching happen. How exactly does Facebook use this hashed customer data?
For advanced matching, what we do is our Pixel library automatically hashes the data in the customer's browser before sending it to Facebook using HTTPS. We then use the hashed values to match Pixel events to people on Facebook. All of these hashes, both matched and unmatched, are deleted shortly after completing the match. Generally, the match takes less than 48 hours. All of advanced matching data sent through the Facebook Pixel is hashed using the industry standard SHA-256 algorithm. You don't need to know what that algorithm is, just know that it is industry standard and very safe.
Thanks, Brian. So this next question actually came up a few times in the pre-webinar survey, so we're eager to address it for you. The question is, how will the off Facebook activity privacy tool affect ad performance?
Yeah, one of our leading advertising principles is that we build for people first and that people can control the ads they see. We found that what's good for people on our platform is also good for businesses. So you may have recently seen the blog post published on the Facebook for Business site outlining what businesses should know about the upcoming tool for managing off Facebook activity. Off Facebook activity is the new name that we have for what previously referred to as clear history for those of you that don't know. So how this will affect ad performance. From a targeting and optimization perspective, this control's effect will be similar to our existing partner data control and ads preferences. If a person exercises control, we won't use the data they clear to target ads to them on Facebook, Instagram, or Messenger. Interest-based targeting, however, will not be impacted because interests are generated from on-Facebook activity. If you're unsure about any of this, please chat with your account manager.
Thanks, Brian. This next question is on ad formats. The question is, what ad formats are currently performing best? Should I focus more time developing video ads, still ads, or collection ads? Great question. So according to a Facebook study run by Metrics Lab data, mobile first creative has a 27% higher likelihood of driving brand lift compared to video ads that are not optimized for mobile. Typically, we say that in order for your creative to be optimized for more mobile, or as we call it, mobile first creative, videos either need to be shorter than 15 seconds with dimension, or a video needs height greater than the width, like what you see on Facebook or Instagram stories. And going back to the Power 5, we always recommend selecting automatic placements as you're expanding the number of places an ad can be displayed. Facebook can then optimize campaigns to deliver ads in the most cost-effective and efficient way. Running ads across the Facebook family of apps typically provides a lower cost per outcome and delivers additional outcomes without having to increase budget. The next question is, if I have campaign budget optimization turned on, is it okay to still have more ad sets because my budget will be distributed where it is most efficient anyway?
Yeah, so when we hear this question, we think of it as a step in the right direction. Yes, campaign budget optimization is a great start to driving efficiency and will ensure that the appropriate budget is being allocated to the right audience. However, if you have too many ad sets and not enough budget to fuel those ad sets through the learning phase, which again is 50 conversions in a week, we are still going to be stuck training our systems to find the best people rather than actually optimizing to your best customers. But imagine if you had campaign budget optimization turned on and the budget set to a level where all ad sets could get through the learning phase. This would give you fewer ad sets with broader audiences to find the best people likely to take your desired actions. From here, Facebook can spend your budget as efficiently as possible to grow your bottom line.
Thanks, Brian. So the next question is about performance, and we've seen a couple of these come in. So the question is, over time, I've seen a decline in return on ad spend. How should I address that? I want to start by saying that I know it can be challenging to maintain performance over time and how frustrating that can be for you as our partners. And the platform does become more competitive. While I haven't heard of a broad-based trend in decreasing performance recently, I do hear from partners from time to time that it has been challenging to maintain a level of performance today that they saw when they launched. This is the main reason that we actually launched this webinar today, because by giving you the tools to take advantage of Facebook's machine learning through these Power 5 elements, we can help you maintain that efficiency and see the results that you're trying to achieve on the platform. These subset of tactics are really geared toward performance marketers, and again, helping you to take advantage of machine learning and get the results that matter to you. The next question is, Once I've turned all of these on, the Power 5 elements, how should I think about my bidding strategy to best work with machine learning? Brian?
Great question. Love all these machine learning questions. So at the end of the day, our auction comes down to a formula, your stated bid multiplied by our estimated action rate, plus the advertiser quality or relevance score. So staying competitive can also mean setting a competitive bid. We have 4 main strategies you can leverage, and you should work with your account manager to best understand what is appropriate for you. Our first is lowest cost. This allows our system to go out and find the lowest cost conversion each and every time. There is no specific max, so there can be variability here, but we will always find the most efficient person to reach until your budget is spent. If you know you aren't profitable beyond a certain point, i.e. if your CPA goes above $50, you're not making any money, you may want to consider setting a bid cap. Bid caps work as a ceiling to say Facebook will not spend more than X dollars to get someone to purchase. Note that our system is conservative here and coming in below the bid cap and will stifle delivery if it can't find the right cost to reach a person. So you want to consider setting a slightly higher than target CPA or cost bid here to maintain delivery to get through the learning phase. A new strategy we have that allows slightly more flexibility at the top while maintaining cost control is cost cap. So with cost cap, Facebook will not spend more than X dollars to get someone to purchase. This flexibility allows more potential delivery. Lastly, we have target cost. This essentially is telling our system that you want to hit a certain cost per acquisition each and every time. We will get as close to that as possible, and this won't stifle delivery. However, this foregoes the benefits of flexibility with efficiency and stability, and can work really well if you have consistent CPAs. Once you have the Power 5 in place, bidding will be the icing on the cake to make sure you are staying competitive in terms of delivery and or controlling your costs to maintain profitability.
Thanks, Brian. So I think we're going to finish up here. We are out of time. If we didn't get to your questions, they will all be passed on to your account managers, so rest assured that they will be answered. Thank you again for tuning in. We hope you found today's session helpful and are excited to start implementing some of the tips and tools we've shared with you. Please out to your Facebook representative if you have any questions or need any support, and have a great day.